I look at you.
Hello there.
Did you?
A long time ago.
I know, right? Story time. You watch that girl? Oh, it's a nurse, and she's always telling stories about when she picks up shifts. And she said, she'll make a statement, and she said, story time. So sometime ago, she Jamaican. Boy, them stories be honey. She called her, she always, when she trying to refer to somebody, she said, Gertrude. How y'all doing? Come on in the room. We're not going to be before you long, like the saints say.
What that mean right there?
What?
It was an animation with a phone doing like this. A finger with the phone.
I don't know, child.
You didn't see it. It was right there in the middle.
Mm-mm. Oh, I think, well, if I would, I don't know. Don't start me lying. Hello, hello, hello. You know, we usually come on at 8, but we are a little late.
It's my fault.
My son says his fault. He was insisting upon me picking him up after work so he can
Get free groceries.
partake in free food.
I can confirm nor deny.
Free 99.
How many shrimp you had, Sean?
What? Top 10.
I made bang bang shrimp. Well, my husband made me help me with that sauce because I don't know what the devil kind of sauce that was, but
I helped batter them too.
you did help batter some of them, babe. Look at you.
Some of them, I did a lot of them.
That baby, some is still alive.
Got that
It's
jam
still,
on my
I mean, a
pants.
lot is still some of them.
Is it? I don't know. How do we define some? Your son might be a few.
Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivered them out of them all. All right.
How many shrimp did I dredge? A lot.
Some. A lot. All right. So last week we talked about outgrowing your spouse, and I forgot there was something we said we were going to talk about. Continue.
I can't know.
I do want to talk about something. I think we can't do it tonight because if we do, it's going to be too long. But what's the difference between controlling and being head of household? Is that the right question? You know what I'm talking about? Remember I was saying that?
Controlling and submission.
No, not submission.
Like what is that?
No, I'm talking about the submission with the wife doing, but the issue was what the man does. So what's the difference in him being controlling and being the leader?
I don't think that was the question.
Well,
But okay, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down, but I'm not quite sure.
all right. So let us know who's here. Last week we talked about can you outgrow your spouse? And tonight we're just asking, what is the difference between control and the man being head of household?
To be head of household, there's some measure of control, so I guess that has to be clearly defined to differentiate between the two.
Okay. So to be head of household, there has to be some level of control.
Yes.
But we often hear them interchanged when people are talking about, well, he just controlling, he won't control what she does or what she says or how she dresses. So where, remember it was about people where, you can, now I do think some stuff is control, but then I also think some stuff that is,
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know. I think there's a better phrase than head of household, but I can't think of what it is right offhand.
well, the reason I said that, because we always talk about the man being head of household and he has the final say, blah, blah, blah. Well, then the issue was people then say, well, he's just being controlling. And like you said, control, submission, leadership.
Has some measure of control, yes.
Right. So what word would I look up? Let me see, give you that. Do you have to have control?
Well, I think it would be the dichotomy is how much control are you exerting and how much control are you comfortable with.
Who is the
as the head of household, how much control are you demonstrating, exerting, and then you being the wife, how much control are you comfortable with? Because people are comfortable with different levels of control, I guess, or submission, or however you want to say it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's outside of your comfort zone, then you may have an issue with it.
But you know, remember they also said that it was based upon, remember the statement was some women are naturally submissive or something like that.
Yes.
But I was like, well, they were saying that,
That's true.
not some, but they were saying women that are submissive now are naturally submissive, and I don't agree with that statement.
That's not what they said.
Okay.
You said the way you said the first time.
Okay, so example, a man wants his house ran a certain way, but the woman wants it ran differently. Okay, so is he controlling her? Well, which part of that though, Shayna? Because you just said that he wants it a certain way and she wants it a different way. So right now you didn't say who gets the final say. Because...
Right. But I don't know if that's necessarily controlling though, because that's more of an administrative issue. So if he's the head of household, then he may see some things you don't see.
Yeah, you should put your hand back so they can hear you clearly. Did y'all hear what he said? It's more of an administrative issue. Well, here is what I say. Look, Shannon, that's good. Here's the thing I want to point out is that I hear control and a woman being submissive interchanged a lot. And like Cedric says, in order to be a leader, head of household, you do have to have a level of control. Mm-hmm. Because you think about if you are a boss and you run your company or run your department, you got to have control of your department. People, listen, your company will fire you
if you don't have control.
If you don't have control of your employees.
They don't know what's going on.
Right, and
they're running amok.
So that's why I first of all don't understand the whole thing of when people act like it's a horrible thing when you get into those situations. Like what you talking about?
When I think of control in that sense, like you're saying, I'm thinking of something that is more personal toward whoever the individual is, if that makes sense. Something that does not necessarily affect the other people, but I still have a say-so in how that goes or something like that. You know what I mean?
Say that again? Okay.
Something that is personal that affects you on your own. Like, for instance, maybe how long you take a shower. Like, you like to relax in the shower or whatever. That doesn't necessarily affect anybody else per se. Like, it could if you say, okay, well, water bill, electricity, that kind of thing. And I'm like, well, you don't need to take a shower that long. You just need to do this way. Like, that's more of a controlling thing to me because that's something that really doesn't affect you, but you trying to.
But if he is trying to keep costs down.
Well, I know that's why I said that. I mean, that wasn't the greatest.
I get
example.
What you're saying. Shane
I was just saying, you know.
Or how you keep your car, whether it's clean or dirty. That Shannon said that's good. Now, how you keep your car, I believe that's personal.
To an extent, because that can affect the resale value of the car if the interior is destroyed because you wasted drinks and food and you know what I mean.
But see just like that quick. I said that I think is personal, and you brought another perspective. That's usually how men and women think. Correct. Men are thinking big picture. They're not thinking about your car right this minute.
Right.
Although they may think about some, but they think about when we go to trade this in, you know, how is this going to affect us and our money that we're going to get back?
Right.
We're thinking about, this is my car. You ain't got to ride in it. Da, 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 da. You know, so it is a little different.
Right. But when we trade it in and we get $5,000 less than we could have because it's raggedy on the inside because you ain't take care of it, you're going to be side-eyeing me looking for that check.
Well, I get it.
Right. Know what I'm saying?
But, you know, I don't know. Here is the biggest part for me is that, just gotta spend it. If you don't do the due diligence before you get married, right, you run into these problems when you get married. majority of the people that have control issues, or he not a leader, or she not this, they didn't do the groundwork. They didn't find out. They didn't find out whether he was good for him. He was good for her. You didn't research. You didn't talk. You didn't do any kind of premarital counseling. Or if you did, it was so generic. Like, you gonna work. Y'all gonna have sex. Like whatever. It was so generic
You
that
didn't have that conversation.
right. And because
Were you going to church?
right.
How you gonna do this?
It
Is what
was-
we didn't talk about. What I found was interesting. We had to figure out what we were gonna do for Thanksgiving, what we were gonna do for Christmas.
Oh yeah, for
Because
holidays.
both of our families got together around the same time on Thanksgiving. Christmas
Yeah.
wasn't a problem because of how your family did it the day before.
So listen, if your family, like my family, has a very strong
Something
structure of
every
how.
weekend.
He said something every weekend.
Every weekend. You coming this weekend? No, they got to see you last weekend.
Sean, you hear Sean laughing? He laughing real hard. That ain't funny.
Oh, I don't want to see you again this week. I just saw you
Sean,
laughing.
you need to go on here and like this live and share it so raggedy.
Which one is it? TikTok.
Yes. So our family did have a lot of family events, and his family did not.
Right.
And so we did not. We had to come up with a normal, and
So
I
listen,
had.
we didn't have, my family have a lot of family events, but she wanted me to miss the one event we did have to go to the 900 that they had.
Listen,
Make it make sense.
I'm gonna make it make sense. You know why? Because they decided the day before they were gonna have something,
No, they decided the day before.
or
You lying. Ain't no day before.
they would tell you and you forgot to tell me.
That's not my problem.
And I told.
If you and I were close,
I told his mother.
you should know.
Yeah.
You have ESPN. We ain't close. You ain't studying.
I told his mother, if you want us somewhere, do not tell him. We have a organized calendar that we sync stuff together. It works on both of our phones. I'll put it, Shayna, tell me. But she kept telling him and then wonder why we don't know. And I told her, and I was like, I know you love your son, but your son does not remember at all. Sean talking about no tell me. And I was like, it was so aggravating because I'm like, and we trying to juggle something last minute because they kept telling Cedric, why you tell the person who don't know his head from his behind when it comes to scheduling?
Wait a minute, I'm appalled.
I don't know Paul, but I know Cedric.
I know my head and my behind.
So we often hear people, so the premarital counseling is the biggest part that they don't do.
Did we do premarital counseling?
Yeah, we did it, but it was a generic one like everybody else
Who did
did.
that with? I don't remember. That'd been a long time ago.
Yo,
Was it with Sean?
Sean said we old. So listen, when we talk about premarital counseling, in our counseling, we ask you about social media because what I realize is that people get married and they, like most women, think as soon as we get married, I get all your social media passwords, I get all the stuff. Well, the guys be like, whatever.
No, ma'am.
But then it was some women that was like, he ain't getting my passwords. I was like, what is in your inbox, girl? You remember that?
No Wi-Fi. Shut it
I
down. Shut
don't
it
got
down.
social media.
Shut it down.
No Wi-Fi?
If I can't get no password, you ain't no Wi-Fi.
Baby,
You
Wi-Fi,
gotta use that data.
data, okay, but we paying, so data's fine.
Now turn it off too.
You gonna turn off the Wi-Fi and the data? Because you can't get a password?
Yeah, pretty much.
Here's the question. Do you know how to log on to anything?
I don't care to.
Cedric regularly asks what the icon for something look like.
Listen, I don't have to go through that because I did the homework. So I'm not concerned about what my wife is doing on social media.
So what
So I
homework
have
did
to
you
check.
do?
I made sure that you were a wonderful person and that you weren't a scumbucket.
Did he say a scum bucket, Sean? What is a scum bucket?
A person that's doing things they ain't got no business behind your back.
What did Ayanna call it?
A
Gutter snipe.
Gutter snipe.
Lynch about bingo. She said, listen, Ayala told that girl she was a gutter sniper. I said, I didn't think that was a real word.
Listen,
And I looked that
I
up.
was
and
on the floor.
listen, but I was like, what is a gutter sniper? And we looked up, I said, ooh, that is a real
I was
word.
so proud of Ayanla.
And she was fixing
But that cut to the white meat there, the girl didn't even know she was cut.
Because, listen, I had never heard of gutter snipe before. You said you hadn't either.
I had no. That's
And
my
we
first
looked
time.
it up, and it is real
It
raggedy.
is definitely in my vocabulary now.
Yeah, but
It's entrenched.
And it's one of them things when you say gutter snipe, they don't even know that you just cut them.
Say what? I don't like it. I don't know what it means, but I don't like it.
Look, she was like, gutter snipe.
Some words you don't have to know what it means. You can just feel it.
Right. So we're talking about the control versus leadership versus doing your due diligence beforehand. If you're gonna buy a car, most, like, I know men usually will research the car, like how many miles per gallon they get. You know, is it good for this? And you use that to base it's gonna be good for your family, your wife, you, whoever.
Correct.
Why would you not do that same due diligence for? And we do it like for makeup. If our faces are
I did do that. So I got you.
what? What you did to me?
You said, why would you not do that? I said, I did do that.
We ain't talking about me, honey.
Oh,
I don't think it was that got you.
there it was.
I wasn't living on the Lord's side at that moment.
Don't matter.
Mommy the stallion.
I knew you were coming back.
Mommy
Yeah.
the stallion.
You weren't far away.
Shout out to my mama the stallion. Really?
Listen, that way before that young lady.
Y'all look at Aunt Fleur, right? You see him? Shana, he trying to hurry up and take Sean home. You see him?
That's right.
He told Sean he was blocking. He gonna say-
Blocking my blessings.
Y'all do that enough anyway.
In the way. That's what
Sean
you are.
said we do it enough. What is enough,
Yeah,
Sean?
but
We're
that's,
married.
That's wild work, sir.
We're married and we have no children at home. How is it enough?
Yeah, you wild.
Y'all gonna create some more children.
You lie. We rebuke you, Satan.
Create some more children.
Yeah, boy.
We gonna put them where we should put
You
them.
gotta give dad his daughter.
No, I'm good. I'm straight. Your brother ruined that.
Yeah, Lord. But anyway,
Yeah, listen, we're gonna drop off at your house.
Oh,
we gonna
Lord.
be Uncle Daddy.
Uncle Daddy. Look to my Chris. That's Sean that's here, but yes, Chris is the one that messed it up for everybody. You hear
Yeah,
me?
he ruined
That little
children.
boy right there, if he'd been first, I probably would have jumped off the roof.
Yeah, he been on the child. That
Ah!
boy out of his mind.
Saying, like, what's wrong? Man, that boy right there, let me tell you,
I was repeatedly jumping off curves.
he was new level. I said, I'm going to have to do a funeral and go do a jail visit at the same time. Because somebody, say not to tell you off live, because you know certain words you can't say, but somebody took that boy and threw him down the hallway. Sean laughing. Sean then witnessed him getting picked up and thrown down the hallway.
I was in the
And
same
Sean,
room.
he came out around the room and said,
I was in the same room.
you hear me? No, he was talking real greasy. I mean, he was talking greasy. And one time he was telling Cedric, bet me. And Cedric said, I'm gonna give you what you want. Next thing I know, his feet was dangling. I said, oh Lord. I was like, boy, you are from what they call the suburbs.
Right.
You was a little bougie.
You see, you think you get it?
Yeah, but your daddy is from all the
Boy,
hood.
soft as cream cheese, boy.
Soft as cream cheese.
Yeah. Boy, yeah, please.
I look to my listen, Shayna. I had to tell you off here to tell you what the devil happened. It was awful. I really thought I played O-line that night. Did I not? I got between Shayna and while his feet was dangling in the air. I'm used to throwing booty back on him, so I got behind him and I booted Cedric back and threw Mari that way. That's the only way he survived. I didn't think he was gonna make it. I was like, his legs is kicking. They're kicking.
They're dangling.
He listen. But Shayna, he didn't try that bad again, but he did try something else again. And that time, the last time I think was, this is not proper English, guys. It was more worrisome. because in that particular time. So here's the thing: these young children now listen to rap music and play video games and think it's all cool. But if you have a parent that was really raised in the hood, I was not. I ain't even gonna try to play no games, but I know how this game works.
Right.
If you got one that was really raised in the hood, there is a switch that you flip when you go from being disrespectful to being, I don't even know what the next level is, but he came, did he come at me or he balled his fist or something? I don't know where Cedric came from, but let me tell you, Shayna, when ooh boy, you remember how to say, what that song say, feet, stomp. I was like, I ain't know Cedric move like that. I was like, oh, he's not gonna make it. Shayna, and so here's the funniest part. I was trying to get Cedric attention. And so because he's over my head and I'm trying to get his attention, he's ignoring me. So this is me. Cedric, you see me? Cedric! Cedric! It was awful because I had to jump up and down trying to get Cedric to look at my face. Because as long as Cedric didn't make eye contact with me, he was in Richmond Heights, Florida zone. When I tell you Richmond Heights, Florida is a whole nother level, I've seen him go there a few times. It is not a good place if Cedric go there. He won't hurt me in that zone, but I got to get in his face. And because I am not that tall.
You tall, baby.
Why are you laughing, Sean? I had to jump up and down trying to get his attention. Now, if I had a chair, I could have did this. Cedric! But I was literally jumping up like, look at me! Look at me! He was not looking. That was a traumatizing part of my life. I thought something was going to happen then that was not going to go well for me. I thought I was going to be testifying.
You don't have to
She's
testify.
right, he's still with his, Shayna, really? Shayna, he's still with the scene.
Listen.
Y'all, listen, I am not short. I'm just vertically challenged.
You don't have to testify against your spouse.
Well, baby, if you take my son out of here, what I'm going to do?
Hey, I would give him what he wanted. He said he wanted.
He did say he wanted that, but I don't think he was going to do it.
You always say, you want me to get a children what they want?
I ain't never said that.
Ask and you shall receive.
I ain't never said that. See how you lie? I ain't never said get sure what they want.
Yeah, get sure what they want.
But there's a thing now, and that's going to be alive. These young men and how they talk to their parents.
No, just the kids in general.
Right, but
Wow.
right,
Nah, no respect.
It's not young men either. It's all of them.
right. Well, here's the bigger part is that I watched a couple of videos with a mom. Like in that situation, you were defending me actually both times that he got really silly. Mm-hmm. But I saw the moms get mad at the dad, like, don't be saying that to my child and my son. Like, that's why he is.
Right.
Because you are around here saying, like, I believe a young boy needs his dad.
Of course.
That's why they be beating up their teachers.
I was on a live the other night and they were saying, I can raise him to be a man, because that was a question, something to that effect. And I said,
No,
you can raise him to be mannerable and to be a good person, but you cannot teach a boy how to be a man. You're not one.
Right.
You can teach him to open a door, good manners. You can teach him to take out the trash. Mm-hmm. Like responsibility. You can't teach him. I don't pee standing up, but I can teach him. Girl.
Right.
So when you wake up in the morning, you got morning wood. What you know about that? What you gonna tell him?
As AI.
Listen, you know what? Women really think that. You know the funny part is that I remember a time when Mario was little and he went to Chanel. And said, Chanel, my pee-pee stiff. And she was like, don't ask me question.
And then he came to me and said, my pee-pee stiff. As a grandstand.
So look, he went to his brother. His brother said, "Go ask your daddy." Oh, this is so awful. You don't pass the buck.
Man, you suck.
You supposed to tell.
Because I was laughing.
You're showing. But here's the thing. I know that it's not. I don't. But well, a lot of the people talking about you did right, Sean. No, you didn't. No, he a boy. You can tell him.
No, I can't.
But the thing I don't like is that sir, why you waiting to be on to start making noise?
Right, hush, dog.
When you get into a situation where they don't want anybody to discipline their children. Those children, they come to school. I worked in the school system for 6 years, and let me tell y'all about them children at school.
Acting
They
crazy.
is bad. And I know they said children are bad. Yes they are. I saw a little girl with fingernails. She had acrylic, not press on, acrylic nails and high heels. First of all, she would maybe been second grade, maybe third. I think she about second grade.
That's crazy.
She had on high heel boots, fingernails, weave, all this stuff. And she had a cute little outfit, but it just all made her look too grown.
Right.
She was doing stuff to the teachers because they all said, I ain't gonna lose my license. I ain't gonna lose my license.
And that's why I can't be no teacher.
And the probably pregnant right now, girl, listen. And they was all like, I'm not gonna lose my license. So she was running at them, hitting them, digging their nails in them. And so they asked me to block away. So I was sitting in the middle of the hallway, and she because I was a secretary bookkeeper, so I was not a teacher. Okay. So she said, I said, let me tell you something, little girl. I don't have a teacher license. So whatever you do to me, I'm gonna do back to you. So and guess what? She turned her little raggedy behind around and went to one of them other people that been saying that they're scared to lose their license. They know who to punk.
They better learn where them cameras at.
I knew. I had access to all of them. Yeah, listen, listen to my try. Listen, that little girl to my. I said, girl, listen. When she did, when she did this, I said, little girl, I don't have a license to lose.
Right.
And it was when I was at.
Who you scared jumping at somebody?
But everybody else was jumping.
I done seen kids because they mama out in the courthouse because mama told them to sit down there.
One of the little kids at school. A little boy named Denzel, which I don't know why y'all name y'all turn Denzel and they don't look like no Denzel. The little boy. Listen, so then, when he would come in, he'd be cussing at her and no, and then and she was like, do it. He walk away. So then when she come up and he be like, yes, ma'am, no. And she said, how you get him to do that? I said, I don't give him an option. Then she kept saying, you'll take him home with you?
Will not.
I said, if he did, you see he'll be a different child. I said, he ain't even with me but a few minutes. And when he's around me, he would not. Because when he talked to mama, I said, I know better. He said, I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am. I said, I know you know better. And I ain't put my hands on your child, but at home.
Yeah. He will get
Come on and go with me.
the spicy 2-piece.
Come on over to
With
my
the
place.
biscuit.
Look, you think I'm crazy.
You get the
I
spicy
just got been
2-piece.
telling you what happened to my child. Look, I'll tell them quick. I'm on what you on, right?
No.
But
Look,
But
all day
why they
and
always
tomorrow.
name the bad children Precious, Harmony, Serenity?
Yeah.
well, the thing about it is that they don't like to connect these, but the structure of a family unit is very important. Because if you have a child that is not used to being told no, is not used to a bedtime, is not used to discipline.
Discipline
now,
and structure.
whatever kind of discipline you decide to give, they gotta have for every this, there's a consequence or a reward. They have to have something.
Right.
If you have nothing, then they run you. And them parents were scared of their children. I was like, ugh. You do what?
Listen, who? The children must be paying the bill. But I wish I would be scared of somebody that I pay
You
for.
know you were scared of me?
Yeah, right.
Don't you tell no story about you and
Don't tell
China.
my son.
Don't you tell no story. Listen, we can't have all the confessions on here. They're gonna go back to statute of limitations with you.
Son like them flash for his eyes a few times too.
Shayna, look, Sean. Shayna said, "Bye, Sean."
Yeah.
Listen, Sean tried said it too,
See, I try people evenly, okay?
but then he tried them, Shayna. But then he came back and he was like, "I see stars."
Yeah, come on back. Don't go nowhere.
Shayna, they didn't tell me about these stories until after they got grown.
See?
Yeah.
But it helped me because I can fight now.
Sean said it helped because he can fight
Yeah,
now.
and you have discipline and structure.
Then he tried. Shayna said, "Then you tried Jesus."
Yeah. Look,
Try
he's
Jesus.
a productive member of society. He works, he got a job, he got a place.
Listen,
Like, yeah,
it is something about And I remember I used to be saying to you, like, don't do this to Amari, don't do this.
I want to nothing you can tell about.
But I used to be trying to tell him that it don't take all that.
Yeah,
but then later on in life, I saw times where what Cedric taught him played a role and came into play. Mm-hmm. Even so much as Amari is
a productive member of society.
But I was before I go there, yes, honey, he is. But what I was going to say is, you remember when I was on a live again, and they was like, "There's no black man that defends black women or take up black women." I was like, "Where are y'all at?" And they said that I was delusional to say that there's a man that defends black women. And I said, first of all, I have a family full of men that don't play the game. I said, but even my youngest son, I remember Amari was across the street he had left school. This adult, older man was messing with this younger teenage girl that was at their school. Amari didn't know the girl, but he knew she went to school with him. And he was bothering the girl, and she was like, told her to leave him alone. She told him to leave her alone. The man kept on. The next thing that dude knew, he was up against the wall with his feet dangling. And Amari said, she said, leave alone, you mess with again. I'm not going to say the words that Amari says, probably not what I taught him to say. Or maybe his daddy taught him to say.
Oh, wait, why I got to do that?
Because I'm saved. But Cedric say on every first Tuesday and every third Wednesday. So the stuff that Amari said to this young man, he left because he knew that there was somebody there. I don't know what that's like to hear people say that black men don't defend them, because and then the whole topic was there was a girl that somebody did something to her, and it was a whole bunch of black men around, and the women that were with them like, you better not say nothing. And first of all, if I tell Cedric you better not nothing, he gonna do it just cause I said better not. Cause he gonna say, you don't tell him to do, you my mama. My husband gonna do it just cause I already know my husband. If I say better not.
You think so? I be listening.
Why you listen? Why you start stuttering? He said, I heard.
When you leave, I be talking again.
Shayna, he said he was listening. The first of all, it's how women talk to their men. Like, you better not this. If there's a time when something, I'm like, baby, you know, make sure that you blah blah blah, in his ear to consider all. But usually he's pretty aware of what's going on before I even know what's happening. However, if somebody is doing something, instead of be like, hey man, leave that girl alone. Hey, blah blah blah, whatever, remove your background noise. Ain't got no thing. Anyway, so the whole issue is, I hear so much stuff on here. Like Lil said, at Amari's graduation, Shayna, I had somebody that was going to act like they was going to fight me. And then they call themselves going bump Lil Said. And Lil Said ain't Lil Said. Y'all are, if you don't know. And baby, that boy ran into a brick wall. And the dude that bumped into him was a little flamboyant.
He was.
Sean, you can't say that. Shut up. He was a little flamboyant, and he was like, he got bucked in there, and boy, the way, because my phone had got knocked down. Well, I think the little boy hit my hand, but when I gave Cedric my hand to step back over, because of course he's so tall, he just stepped over the pew, stepped back over the thing. When he came back up, the dude tried to get that boy the way Cedric tense his body. I said, ooh, that's he is daddy's son. That boy, he stopped for a minute. He looked. I was like, he said, you don't want to do that. I said, ooh. I said, Cedric, get up back over here. I'll stand right here because he ain't gonna hit me. Because what I do know is that there was a gorilla that was upset. Now he didn't know I was going. I didn't tell him purposely because I knew if I told this nut what was happening, and he was already frustrated.
I'd have been down there kicking with both feet.
With both feet?
Both feet. How you can? Both feet.
So what I'm saying is, it's your fault. You raised kids that don't got no sense.
Hey.
Listen, shut the whole. Listen, but here's the worst part. Amari was like almost directly in front of us, and there was a staircase. If Amari would have looked up there and saw something happening to me,
Oh, he coming up there.
that son of mine.
He going to work.
I saw a time when somebody tried to act like they were gonna do something. They came to my window, Shayna. When he came over by my window, I said some words, not no cuss words, but I called him the N-word. And I was like, nigga, yeah, go about your business now. This ain't what you want. Well, I said, look. I said, hey, I don't play them kind of games. And then he kept walking. I said, so you walked over here to keep walking? I said, nobody's scared over here just because you can't drive. So then he must have been saying something walking away and didn't realize Amari was coming down the hallway. Amari said, who? Again, his daddy. He's a dad. Who you talking to? Bleep, bleep, bleep.
Amari followed the man to his
Listen, and the man talking about, you better go on, little boy. He said, I'm going to show you, little boy. He said, you won't ever talk to my mama like that. I said, oh, Lord. Amari done followed the man to his door. I said, but I'm there. Mari, come here. Mari said, you won't ever talk to my mama like that again. But that man came back and apologized to Mari later and said, I'm sorry, young man. And you were right.
That was smart.
Because he don't understand that Cedric wasn't even there, but when Cedric found what happened, Cedric then said, oh yeah, he go to work this time. He did. Cedric, I was like, I ain't never even seen this man before, or this truck, or his children.
Oh yeah, I
and
knew that.
you knew everybody and everything.
Girlfriend, daughter.
And Amari was
had the schedule down pat.
oh, Shayna, it was off. I said, it's not gonna work out well.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go to work.
That's what happened when you marry a thug with a degree. You could be sophisticated and
I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Why? Because you ain't got caught?
I ain't never get caught. I'm a civilized civilian.
Civilized? What does that word mean to you,
Yes. That means I follow all of the laws of the land.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I don't even get speeding tickets.
You know that kind of stuff is verifiable, right? You can put it in clerk of court.
And he raised great children that don't curse.
Listen,
Wait a minute. He's right. He raised great children that don't
the
curse.
last speeding ticket I got was probably 6 or 7 years ago, and it was in another state.
Not speeding ticket, though. You got a ticket recently.
What ticket I got? What ticket I got?
You had to go to court.
Oh, because I forgot to do my my registration. That wasn't because I was speeding or breaking the law.
Baby, it was breaking law. It was 17 years.
I'm saying I forgot.
It was criminal traffic.
I forgot to renew my registration.
It was criminal traffic.
That's where we got that results.
That's right. It was not an infraction.
All I'm saying is that, listen.
That was an honest mistake.
There are some different levels of children and parenting and families now. I realize that we're missing a lot now, and I know they don't like the whole thing, but mamas gotta let them daddies do what they need to do, cause. And now that, but it's a lot. That's why you see a lot of unalivings with pew-pews, because they're fighting them up. They scared to fight.
They can't fight.
Listen, Amari got in trouble. I heard he had a fight. I said, hey, somebody got it on video. I want to see it. He was like, what? I said, call one of your friends. I want to see. First of all, he had on shoes he wasn't supposed to have. He had no slides, remember? Mm-hmm. Well, that was the first video outside. Both times he had on slides.
I always got on slides.
He didn't leave home with slides.
No.
But then
be talking about my feet was hurting.
Then I said, you better have won. But when I know that sounds bad, don't judge me. But when I found the boy was leaking and Mar had nothing. And that's the advantage of having long arms and long legs. He did get that from his dad. I got
that too.
Did he say tutu?
Did he say tutu? I can fight too. I just not that ball.
He said toot.
Yeah, don't.
What is a toot?
Don't fight, Sean. Be a law-abiding citizen.
I can fight too. I just don't like to.
That's right. I don't fight either. I'm calling the police. 911.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm embracing my lighter side. Police!
Right.
You know what?
My tax dollars at work.
Anyway, we will.
Someone please call 911.
These are, we came on quick because we got on late, but we'll have to dive into this particular topic when I can.
What?
I gotta figure out how to say these stories without saying the stories, because I gotta see the statute of limitations up with you.
Yeah, for me, I don't know what you're talking about.
Sean, is it statute of limitations up?
Well,
What you saying
Let me
is,
think about what age it happened and how old I am now.
well, it's allegedly.
Yeah, that's all you gotta say.
I cannot
Allegedly.
confirm nor deny.
That's how people tell stories. They say allegedly.
right.
Well, allegedly,
I don't
I
know.
might have video of some of the stuff.
I don't know.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Amara stuff shows on video.
Wasn't me.
I was like, oh, Lord.
Look, especially when you're in the room with him and you just.
If I'm not on camera holding my ID, I don't know it wasn't me.
I turned around and faced the wall so fast. I'm asleep.
Listen, I have a lot of doppelgangers.
Oh, what's that? What?
Yes.
What's that?
Yeah, it could have been Lil
Lookalikes.
It
Who
could
your lookalikes at?
have been Lil Sid.
I had a dude today said I look like his uncle. He looks just like my uncle.
He just trying to say you look old, not like you look like him, bro. He just said you old and you black.
No, his uncle was sexy.
Anyway, we finna exit stage left because I don't know what he talking about. Somebody sexy.
You got to know. It is what it is.
Well, anyway, guys, we thank you for joining us for this brief chat. It was
You gotta go anywhere because the thing about to die.
well, I think I got the charger, but I just decided I'm gonna get on.
2% left. So we're gonna be out voluntarily or involuntarily. Either way.
Well, it was a great conversation. Shayna over there laughing and hyping you up, so I don't know.
Man, hype me up. You the one doing what I'm talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, guys, we will see you next Monday. We did
I don't
come on
remember
late.
that, Ray.
Keep my mother in your prayers. She got to have a procedure on Wednesday. Lord, it's hard raising your parents.
I know
It
that.
sure is.
Sean, you're not raising us.
Boy, you just came in and got free food. You don't hush.
Right, you came over here and
Yeah,
ate dinner
I'm
for free.
telling you,
And you got to go
To go
stuff.
containers.
God, I'm telling y'all don't listen.
You don't listen.
Did he say we don't
Send
listen?
you a bill.
My son had me pick him up after work to come here to get free food, and he got to go containers. And then tell me he got to raise us.
Right.
Ooh, it's so hard. I don't understand.
I can't stand him. But y'all have a wonderful night. Do me a favor and share this live so somebody that needs to see it, talk about it. It's just a little bit of laughter and humor, but we had a great time. Thank you so much for joining us. We won't be before you long. Well, actually, no, we gotta get out because we at 7% on this iPad. But we will be on again next Monday, like I said. We'll try to. I try to get him to do another one sometime without. Why you got to jump?
But sometimes you just gotta let it breathe. You know, always gotta talk.
Like what breathe?
Yeah, don't. Mm-mm.
Don't let that breathe. Bye, y'all. But hit that. Bye, y'all. What? Said he hitting the whole screen.
So hit that button.
Wait. And